Everyone thinks the best way to make extra money is through apps, social media, or online businesses. But long before the internet existed, ordinary people were earning impressive incomes with simple side hustles that solved everyday problems. While many were forgotten, some never disappeared. And in 2026, they're making a surprising comeback. These are not just nostalgic hobbies. They're practical, low-competition ways to earn cash fast. Below you'll find 20 lost side hustles, each explained with a bit of history, when it thrived, why it's resurfacing now, how it worked back in the day, and clear steps to start in 2026, plus rough startup costs and earning ranges. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. You never know, one of these side hustles could completely change your financial future. And trust me, you'll want to stay until number 17. It's one of the most important and profitable ideas on this list. Now, let's dive into the 20 forgotten side hustles that still work in 2026. 1. Furniture flipping. Back in the mid-20th century, 1940s, 1970s, households often kept and repaired furniture rather than replacing it. Local carpenters and hobbyists refinished chairs and tables using hand tools, shellac, and paint. Today's furniture flippers blend those old skills with online marketplaces. In 2026, people value unique, sustainable pieces and are willing to pay for restored or repurposed furniture. Start by scouting thrift stores, estate sales, and online classifieds for solid frames with good bones. Learn basic repairs, sanding, regluing joints, refinishing wood, and reupholstering. Modern techniques like milk paint, chalk paint, and water-based varnishes make projects faster and lower toxicity. Sell on local buy and sell groups, marketplaces, or at weekend markets. Startup cost: $100 to $1,000. Tools, supplies, initial buys. Earnings: $50 to $1,000 plus per piece, depending on rarity and finish. 2. Firewood processing and delivery. Before central heating became universal, pre-1950s in many places, cutting, splitting, and delivering firewood was a seasonal mainstay. Neighbors relied on local woodcutters. The trade still exists. In 2026, demand persists for rural heating, camping, outdoor kitchens, and artisanal wood-fired restaurants. Modern customers want dry, seasoned wood and convenient delivery. Offer bundles by weight or cord, provide stacking services, and market to campers, cabins, and restaurants. Invest in a good splitter, chainsaw, trailer, and moisture meter. Safety training is essential. Startup cost: $500 to $5,000. Equipment, trailer. Earnings: seasonal, $300 to $3,000 plus per month, depending on volume and region. 3. Antique bottle hunting. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, bottles were disposed of in pits or buried. Collectors later dug them up at dump sites and old homesteads. Bottle hunting became popular among hobbyists in the 1960s, 80s. Today, nostalgia and collector markets are robust. Rare bottles can fetch high prices. 2026 hunters use metal detectors, historical maps, and online databases to find sites. Learn to identify makers' marks, embossing, and glass colors that indicate age. Respect laws and landowner permissions when searching. Clean and preserve finds properly to retain value. Startup cost: $100 to $1,000. Tools, permissions. Earnings: hit or miss. Small finds sell for a few dollars. Rare pieces can sell for hundreds or thousands. 4. Pallet recycling. Pallet reuse grew after World War II with mass shipping, 1940s, 1960s. Businesses later paid to dispose of pallets or gave them away. In 2026, upcycling and low-cost materials make pallet recycling profitable. Pallets become furniture, planters, or firewood. Source free or low-cost pallets from warehouses and stores. Learn to dismantle safely. Check for heat-treated, HT, markings, avoid chemically treated pallets, and clean wood for projects. Market finished goods locally or online. Startup cost: $0 to $500. Tools. Earnings: $50 to $500 plus per project, depending on finish and demand. 5. Bicycle restoration. Before cheap mass-produced bikes and bike shops, local mechanics and craftspeople maintained bicycles. Early 20th century. Restorers cleaned, trued wheels, and replaced parts. With the 2020s boom in cycling for commute and leisure, restored vintage bikes and custom builds are in demand. Mobile tuners and restorers can target commuters and collectors. Learn while truing, bearing servicing, brake adjustment, and frame touch-ups. Source donor bikes from classifieds and curb picks. Startup cost, $100 to $2,000, tools, parts. Earnings, $20 to $300 plus per tune-up. Restored bikes, $200 to $2,000. 6. Fishing bait farming. Worm farming and live-bait cultivation were common for local anglers and markets in the early to mid-1900s. Anglers often bought bait locally from markets or neighbors. In 2026, recreational fishing remains popular, and bait retailers often need local suppliers. Raising worms, crickets, or mealworms can be low effort with good margins. Maintain proper conditions, temperature, moisture, and substrate. Sell to anglers, tackle shops, and pet stores, or at farmers markets. Startup cost, $50 to $500. Containers, bedding, starter stock. Earnings, $100 to $1,000 plus per month, depending on scale. 7. Rain barrel installation. Catchment systems were common on farms and homesteads through the 19th and early 20th centuries. People collected roof runoff for gardens and livestock. Today, water conservation, gardening, and municipal incentives have renewed interest. In 2026, homeowners want professional, neat installations that comply with local codes and integrate filters or first flush systems. Offer bundled services, barrel setup, diverter kits, overflow solutions, and winterizing. Partner with garden centers and eco groups. Startup cost, $50 to $1,000, samples, tools. Earnings, $50 to $400 per installation. Add recurring income for maintenance. 8. Barnwood salvaging. Before modern milling, barns and outbuildings were built from local trees and later dismantled. People salvaged wood for hearths and home projects, 19th, early 20th century. In recent years, reclaimed wood's aesthetic has boosted demand for beams, siding, and flooring. In 2026, restoration projects and designers seek authentic patina and aged timber. Learn to identify usable boards, remove nails safely, and grade wood. Network with demolition crews, farmers, and contractors. Offer cleaned, planed, or finished boards for furniture makers and homeowners. Startup cost, $200 to $2,000, tools, transport. Earnings, $1 to $10 plus per board foot, depending on species and condition. 9. Leather restoration. In the 20th century, cobblers and leatherworkers repaired shoes, saddles, and jackets as common services. People repaired rather than replaced luxury leather goods. Today, consumers value sustainability and quality. Repairing a leather sofa or jacket is cheaper than replacement and preserves sentimental items. Leather restoration includes cleaning, conditioning, color matching, patching, and stitching. Learn techniques for different leather types and invest in proper dyes and adhesives. Offer home pickups or mobile service. Startup cost, $100 to $1,500. Supplies, training. Earnings, $30 to $500 plus per item. 10. Garden tool restoration. Historically, garden tools were expensive, so families maintained and sharpened them regularly. 19th, mid-20th century. Local blacksmiths and tool doctors kept implements functional. In 2026, the rise of home gardening and interest in durable, heirloom tools has revived demand for restored rakes, hoes, and spades. Provide cleaning, derusting, handle replacement, and sharpening. Market at garden clubs, nurseries, and farmers markets. Startup cost, $50 to $500. Earnings, $10 to $80 per tool. Bulk work for community gardens increases volume. 11. Mobile bicycle tune-up. Local bike mechanics have existed wherever cycling communities formed, early 1900s onward. Mobile tune-ups evolved as car culture and suburban commuting grew. Mechanics visited customers to save time. In 2026, busy commuters and bike share users want convenience. A mobile service needs a trailer or van, basic toolkit, common spare parts, and a booking system, even just WhatsApp. Offer subscription tune-ups to local offices or apartment complexes. Startup cost, $200 to $3,000, tools, transport. Earnings, $20 to $100 per service. Recurring contracts boost monthly income. 12. Compost production. Before synthetic fertilizers, composting was essential for farms and kitchen gardens. Cities and farms made compost from kitchen and yard waste, up through mid-20th century and earlier. Today, gardeners and urban farmers pay for quality compost, and municipalities encourage diversion of organic waste. Start with a small-scale aerobic system, turn piles, monitor C/N ratios, and offer screen compost for sale. Partner with restaurants and markets for feedstock. Offer delivery or bag sales. Startup cost, $50 to $2,000. Bins, screening gear. Earnings, $100 to $2,000 plus per month based on scale and contracts. 13. Vintage sign restoration. Old painted and enamel signs were a core part of 20th century advertising. 1920s, 1950s. Restorers preserved signs as they aged, and collectors paid for authentic restorations. In 2026, retro branding and interior design trends keep demand high. Restoration requires surface cleaning, rust treatment, color matching, and protective coatings. Some clients want partial preservation rather than full repainting to maintain authenticity. Network with restaurants, bars, and collectors. Startup cost, $100 to $2,000. Tools, paints. Earnings, $100 to $5,000 plus per sign, depending on size and rarity. 14. Farm egg delivery. Door-to-door egg sales and local co-ops were common in the early 1900s when refrigeration and supermarkets were scarce. Local egg carriers or coop deliveries were how urban customers got fresh farm produce. In 2026, consumers value traceable, pasture-raised eggs and convenience. Partner with small farms, offer subscription deliveries, and use insulated coolers and clear labeling. Set up simple routes to maximize deliveries per trip. Startup cost, $50 to $1,000. Coolers, packaging. Earnings, $200 to $2,000 plus per month, depending on subscribers and area. 15. Fence repair service. Fence repair is a practical trade that existed as long as fenced properties did. Rural and suburban expansion in the 20th century created steady demand for fence repair and installation. In 2026, aging fences and DIY fatigue make this a steady local business. Offer patching, post replacement, rot treatment, and gate repair. Keep common materials on hand: posts, rails, fasteners, and concrete mix. Market to homeowners, landlords, and small farms. Startup cost, $200 to $2,000. Tools, parts. Earnings, $100 to $2,000 plus per job, depending on scope. 16. Shed organization. Organization services, like barn and pantry organizing, were common chores handled by local help historically. As houses gained more storage, post-1950s suburban boom, the concept of paid organizing grew. In 2026, people accumulate stuff and want systems to reclaim space. Shed organization includes shelving, pegboards, labeled bins, and layout planning for tools and gardening gear. Upsell storage solutions and periodic maintenance visits. Startup cost, $50 to $1,000. Materials, basic tools. Earnings, $100 to $1,500 per project. 17. Boat cleaning service. Boat cleaning and maintenance has long been a marina necessity, mid-20th century onward. Owners without time or storage pay for hull cleaning, waxing, and interior care. In 2026, recreational boating continues to recover in many markets, and owners seek reliable local cleaners. Provide hull washing, algae removal, deck scrubbing, canvas care, and interior detailing. Use biodegradable cleaners to appeal to eco-conscious marinas. Offer seasonal packages and winterization. Startup cost, $200 to $3,000. Pressure washer, supplies. Earnings, $50 to $500 per boat. Repeat clients generate steady income. 18. Christmas light installation. Hanging holiday lights was traditionally a family ritual. Commercial installers appeared as festive displays grew in the late 20th century. By the 2000s, full-service installation became a reliable seasonal business. In 2026, busy homeowners and businesses still pay for professional, safe installations and takedowns. Offer design consultations, stable pricing by square footage, and removal/storage services. Provide safety-trained crews with proper ladders and harnesses. Startup cost, $100 to $2,000. Ladders, tools, lights for demo. Earnings, $100 to $2,000 plus per job during season. 19. Moving labor service. Before national moving companies dominated, moving helpers and local muscle for hire offered loading and unloading services throughout the 20th century. Today, many people rent trucks but don't want to do heavy lifting themselves. A moving labor hustle needs physical fitness, basic moving equipment, dollies, straps, and reliability. Offer flat rate or hourly pricing and partner with rental truck companies. Provide insurance or limited liability options for trust. Startup cost, $50 to $1,000. Equipment, ads. Earnings, $50 to $300 plus per job, depending on crew size and duration. 20. Estate sale reselling. Estate sales have been a long-standing way to liquidate estates and transfer goods, common throughout the 20th century. Resellers and auctioneers historically separated valuable items for collectors. In 2026, estate sales still produce underpriced treasures. Attend local estate sales, build knowledge of antiques, furniture, art, and vintage goods, and resell online or at markets. Offer cleaning, minor repairs, and provenance documentation to increase value. Build relationships with estate sale organizers and realtors. Startup cost, $50 to $1,000. Inventory transport, storage. Earnings, variable. Small flips yield $20 to $200. Rare finds can bring much more. The biggest opportunities aren't always the newest ones. These side hustles ask for sweat, skill, and a bit of patience, but they also face less competition than app-driven gigs and often start with low upfront cost. Many of these trades were community staples in earlier eras, from the 19th century through the mid-20th, and now they're back because people value sustainability, convenience, craft, and authenticity. Pick one that matches your skills and local demand. Start small, learn the trade, and scale with repeat customers and smart partnerships. Thank you for watching. To my lovely fans, your support means the world to me, and I couldn't do this without you. Your likes, comments, and shares keep me motivated to create more stories. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on any of my new stories. Thanks. See you in our next story. Bye.